Echoes of Hope from Rafah. Chapter 1. A Life of Light. Welcome, dear friends, to my YouTube channel, where we share stories that touch the soul and inspire compassion. I'm Nayla, and today I bring you a tale from the heart, a story of loss, resilience, and a plea for humanity from a place called Rafah. This is the story of Fatima, a woman whose voice carries the pain of her people, hopping to reach your hearts across the world. Let's listen together, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Fatima, a 32-year-old woman from Rafah, once lived a life filled with simple joys. Her small home, with its faded blue walls and a garden of wildflowers, was a haven of love. She lived with her husband, Omar, and their 3 children, Aisha, 9, Yusuf, 6, and baby Zayn, just 18 months old. The family wasn't rich, but they had enough. Bread baked in their clay oven, water drawn from a shared well, and smiles that lit up their days. Fatima's parents lived down the lane, and her brothers and sisters gathered often for meals, sharing stories and laughter under the olive trees. Life in Rafah was peaceful, a tapestry of family and faith, woven with gratitude. Fatima loved to sing to her children, her voice a soft melody that danced through their home. Omar, a carpenter, crafted toys from wood scraps, filling Aisha and Yusuf's eyes with wonder. Zayn would giggle, clutching his father's creations. The community knew them as a warm, giving family, always ready to help a neighbor or share a meal. Chapter 2. The Storm Breaks. One fateful morning, the tranquility shattered. A deafening explosion ripped through the air, turning the sky a fiery red. The ground trembled and Fatima's windows shattered, glass raining down like tears. Bombs fell relentlessly, a monstrous roar that drowned out the village's peace. Panic erupted, children screamed, mothers wailed, and fathers shouted for safety. Fatima grabbed her children, her heart pounding, but there was nowhere to hide. Rafah, once a refuge, offered no sanctuary. She ran toward her parents' home, clutching Zayn, with Aisha and Yusuf clinging to her dress. But when she arrived, only rubble remained, dust and broken stones where her family once lived. "Mama, Baba!" she cried, her voice lost in the chaos. No answer came. A single bomb had claimed her parents, her brothers, her sisters, all gone in an instant. Fatima sank to her knees, the weight of loss stealing her breath. Omar rushed out to aid the wounded, his face set with determination. "Stay here with the children," he told her. "I'll be back." Hours passed, then days, with no sign of him. A neighbor finally brought his lifeless body, cold and still, his kind eyes closed forever. Fatima's world darkened further when a shard of debris struck Yusuf. "Mama, it hurts," he whimpered, blood staining her hands. There were no doctors, no hospitals, no medicine, just silence as he slipped away in her arms. Aisha and Zayn clung to her, their sobs mingling with her own. Chapter 3. A World Reduced to Ashes. Now Fatima has nothing left. Her husband, her children, her parents, her siblings, all taken by the war. Her home is gone, reduced to a pile of debris. Food and water are scarce. She drinks from muddy puddles, her throat raw from thirst. The ground is her bed, but sleep eludes her, replaced by the constant dread of the next blast. Rafah is no longer her home. It's a graveyard of dreams, where blood stains the streets and fire lights the nights. Everywhere she looks, Fatima sees horror. Bobbies with missing limbs, mothers cradling lifeless children, fathers digging tiny graves with bare hands. Aisha, now silent and hollow-eyed, sits beside the remains of their family, too numb to cry. Zayn, miraculously alive, whimpers for milk she can't provide. Old men pray, their voices trembling, "Ya Allah, save us!" But the bombs fall on. Chapter 4. A Cry in the Darkness. Fatima's heart is shattered, her soul weary, yet she finds strength to speak. "Why is the world silent?" she asks, her voice cracking. "Why do they not see our blood, hear our screams? Are we not human? Are our children not precious?" She sees children writing their names on their arms, a desperate bid to be identified after the next strike. She sees a father clutching his son's tiny shoe, a mother carrying her baby's body for days, refusing to let go. "This is not war," Fatima whispers. "This is hell. We are burned alive, our skin melting, our voices lost. Hospitals are rubble, ambulances destroyed, doctors weeping over the dead. The UN calls it a catastrophe, yet the bombs continue. Over 30,000 souls gone in months, mostly women and children. Families erased, 1 million displaced, hungry, grieving under a sky that never stops raining death." Chapter 5. A Plea to the World. Fatima turns her gaze outward, her words a lifeline to the world. "I beg you, people with hearts, open your eyes. Listen to Rafa. We are not numbers. We are mothers, fathers, children, humans. If you can pray, pray for us. If you can speak, raise your voice. If you can help, send aid. Tell the world to stop this massacre, this genocide. We want to live, to smile, to let our children sleep in peace." She recalls the stories of tyrants falling, Pharaoh drowned, Nimrod undone by a mosquito, the people of the trench burned yet blessed by Allah. "Our hope is in Allah," she says, "the Al-Qadir, the just. Ya Allah, bring justice. Free Rafa. Protect the children, wrap them in your mercy. Let them know peace even for one night." Chapter 6. A Call to Humanity. Fatima's story is not just hers, it's Rafa's. "This is beyond religion or politics," she pleads. "It's about humanity. Imagine your child under rubble, your home in ashes. Would you want silence? To every viewer, donate if you can, protest if you dare, share our story. Never be silent. Allah can turn tides with a whisper, pray with me. Ya Allah, save Rafa. Give us strength to endure, honor to stand for truth." Years of suffering have not silenced her. Fatima, now alone with Aisha and Zayn, clings to their survival as a testament to resilience. She teaches Aisha to read from memory, sings to Zayn with a voice cracked but hopeful. The world may watch, but Fatima believes in the power of one voice, one prayer, one act, to ripple into change. Chapter 7. A Beacon of Hope. One day, a glimmer of aid arrives, blankets, a bit of food brought by volunteers from afar. Fatima's eyes fill with tears as she shares with others, her hands trembling with gratitude. Aisha smiles faintly, and Zayn reaches for a piece of bread. "See," Fatima whispers, "there are good hearts out there." She begins documenting their days, her words a diary of survival, shared with the world through any means she can. Though the war rages, Fatima holds on to faith. She dreams of a Rafa rebuilt, where children play, where olive trees bloom again. "We will rise," she vows, "because our love for life is stronger than their hate." Chapter 8. A Final Plea. This is Fatima's story, a beautiful, heartbreaking call from Rafa. If you're watching, feel her pain, her hope. What would you do if this were your home? Share your thoughts, your prayers, your actions in the comments. Together, we can be a voice for the voiceless. Thank you for listening to English Stories with Nayla. If this moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps these stories alive, connecting us across borders. Let's stand for humanity, pray for Rafa, speak for its people, and never forget their cries. See you in the next story with love and hope for a better world.